up, everybody? Me and Taylor are out here today. We're gonna do a little shed hunt slash scouting mission. I got some things I want to video and start publicizing here. This spot that we're at right now, it's one of those areas that we've been seeing deer in almost every night when we drive past, so we figured let's come down here and check out what they're feeding on, and maybe that can help when we're deeper in the woods. So we didn't get 50 yards from the truck and we found, you know, the Broncos right there. The whole trail system was right here, and we already found what they're scratching at. There's a little bit of green leaves and stuff like that. A lot of people probably don't know what it is, but luckily the deer left one berry. These are what we call tea berries. They're just little stuff that isn't like preferred forage, but it's preferred forage when you can obviously see there's not going to be a whole lot of anything else. And look, they're just digging this up, and you can see that what they're really going for is these little tea berries. These tea berries they're a little food source, but they can almost be considered a make or break species for the deer. Very high in carbs, gives them the energy, and it's definitely something good. Looking up here, I can see a couple beds. Right off the bat, I can tell you these are probably going to be doe. There's one here, one there, and one over there. Usually when they're like that, it's doe, and you can obviously tell by the size of it. I mean, they're not very big deer. And you can see they're kind of laying different directions, just to kind of cover all bases of direction, and it will help them figure out which way they need to exit their bedding area. We've never really been down here in the fall, any hunting season or anything, because like I said, right up there is the highway, and it's so easily accessible. So Taylor's calling me over, so let's go see what she says. Alright, so looks like we found some roadkill. That to me looks like part of the spine and vertebrae, and right there's a coyote track. We'll see if we're gonna keep looking around here, seeing if we can find if it was a roadkill deer that came off the highway, or if there's any sign of a struggle from coyotes on that. So So the beds that I just showed you was literally probably 30 yards up this hill, and that vertebrae is literally right in there. So to me, coyotes and predators, depending on time of year, aren't going to pressure the deer so much that they're going to leave an area with a good food source. We're at the first shed of the year. We're at the first shed of the year. From here it looks to be an older one, but it's crazy because last year I was probably right there when I found a shed like that. I mean, it's got a good base to it, but I don't know if you guys can see it. It's literally 3 yards from here. So let's go check it out, baby. I'm pumped. That's a beaut. Actually, let's see here. It's been here quite a while. Oh, sorry. Can you take a picture? Get down low. Oh, is it? Probably, I would say that's probably last year's shed. Trying to think, we were down here in probably this time last year, so we might have completely just missed it.
Yeah.
By the season. It's got good mass on it. Real nice shed. I'm pumped, baby. That's the first one of the year, and it's a pretty dang good one.
That's fine, babe.
Got quite a bit of junk on it, but hey, that's a good public land shed. Look at the the character he has on it. I mean, it's a good buck. Like, that right there shows you how healthy he is, and that pedestal is pretty nice. So let's keep on, and maybe we'll find the other side. And again, so this is the crazy thing. The road is literally right there. And honestly, they probably use it as a security cover. And it's just, to me, that's insane, and people are gonna overlook these spots. So let's keep on her. Good rub. Looks to be maybe a couple years old. It's not fresh from this year. I just crossed the creek where I found that shed was right up there. There's kind of quite a bit of hemlocks and thermal cover. We're gonna when we were in here last year, there should have been a crossing right in here that went up to there. And this year it's not there. We're gonna follow it and see what we can find, but all I'm finding on the right side of the creek, and I followed the creek the whole way from where I found the shed. All I found on the right side of the creek is dog tracks. Not a very big dog, but a dog's a dog, so we're probably gonna boogie out of this area and come back probably when shed season is full swing, because I'm not denying that there's a buck bed up on that hillside. Alright, so we walked up this road, came up in here, and we really didn't see a whole lot of sign. We were hoping to cut some tracks crossing the road. Unfortunately, we didn't find any until there's a rub, like right there on that little tree. And we're finally starting to see some more deer tracks. So maybe we can find a rub line in here and work from there. We're basically on the opposite side of the road from where I found the shed today. I mean, this is definitely this year's. Obviously not fresh, so maybe we can follow it back on a line somewhere and get it on a bed. From what I've kind of been told, and from my trail cameras, the mature bucks have mainly dropped their antlers right now. 2.5, 3-year-olds are holding on, and your yearlings and 1-year-olds, 1.5-year-olds, I guess, right now are holding about half their side. And we figured, let's get out. We're expecting we're getting called for 8 to 17 inches, so we figured might as well get out today. Alright, so we're in this new area and we just found a pretty good trail of multiple different tracks. There was a pretty nice sized buck track. And I just sent Taylor on that direction. And I'm gonna kinda, she's up there, I'm following this road, and then there's a field up there. She's gonna try to follow those tracks, see where they go, and I'm gonna side, like parallel her. And, she found a shed actually right here last year, which makes sense. It's kind of a southeast facing hump in the landscape, and it was probably 2 or 3 years old. So we're just gonna try to get up in here and see what we can see for some deer sign. So far, just walking the logging roads, we haven't seen a whole lot, but like you've seen before, that can change in a matter of 2 seconds. Alright everybody, me and Taylor just decided to call it a day, but I wanted to show you one other thing before we get out of the field, and I might find something else that I think is valuable information. But I just got to this old strip, and they kind of looked like they wanted it to be a herbaceous opening for wildlife. As you can see, there's a lot of planted apple trees throughout, and I'm standing at one right now. You know, wintertime apple trees, they're kind of non-beneficial unless they have apples. And as you can see, there isn't much apples on here, but you can see, and these are it's old browse, but they also eat the twigs and stuff like that. So that's something to look out for. Even if they don't have apples and they have access to limbs such as this one, there's a good possibility that they can come up and eat some twigs. So definitely keep that in mind. That right there looks like a pretty good sized buck track. I mean, four fingers. I have tiny hands, so that probably equates to 3 fingers on an adult male hand. So pretty good sized buck track. I'm probably gonna end up putting some cameras out here. Probably once this snow starts to melt. Kind of scout for turkeys and deer as well. Alright everybody, well, made it to the vehicle. That kind of concludes our scouting mission and half shed hunting trip. So if you like what you saw, make sure you hit the like button, and if you like what we're doing all around, hit that subscribe button. Catch you on the next video.